Okay, I'm live and my this room is actually quite bright. It's just crazy to me that it looks so dark. I have on a really beautiful little sweater or something, and you guess you can't see it. Oh, that's so not a sweater, but I've got a wrap. So anyway, how are you guys today? This is a huge day for cats. Massive. Now, it really shouldn't be, but I guess people have just had such anticipations. So, but before we get into that, the reason I'm late today, whoopsie, wrong side. the the reason I'm late today is because I went and voted. I got my little sticker. So I hope that all of you guys who have some big governors races today will get out and vote. We need the vote to get out so people's voices can be heard. And anyway, so please do that. I'm going to pop my water, the top of my water. Okay, so uh, some big, important, and I mean really big, important races for today. And I am a conservative. I actually am not registered. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. I don't know what I'm registered as. I've been, but I mean, I don't even know if I'm registered in one way or the other. But conservative, and I'm so pro-life. I just could not vote. I'm, I have lots of differences, very unique perspective on government, and so I uh, I am independent, but I could never vote for a pro-choice candidate, and that is just where I stand. I can do no more, huh? So I did vote, and I do hope that we will get some truly pro-life uh, people out there. But we want to always be pro-life with love. We've got to love the mother as much as the child. We can do both. We literally can do both. And so I guess that's really all I was going to say about the vote this morning. But the other huge news. Okay, let's get to it. I wish I knew how to put these headlines up so that you could see it. But this is huge in the Catholic Church. Breaking. The Vatican says that it would be inappropriate for Catholics to use the title Co-Redemptrix to define Mary's cooperation with Christ. Now, the reasons the Vatican gives is that this title for Mary risks obscuring Christ's unique salvific meditation and can therefore create confusion and an imbalance in the harmony of truths. So they're saying it can cause confusion. So we're not going to do it. We're not going to start using it or continue to use because it's not just co-mediatrix. Now, according to the EWTN Vatican uh, news, it says the Vatican declares that neither of the titles, co-redemptrix or mediatrix, should be used for Mary, reaffirming Christ alone is Redeemer and clarifying Marian doctrines. Okay. I just wanted you guys to. I just need some pretty. Just got this. I mean, I didn't just get it, but I get to put it on every time it gets nice and cold, and I like to do that. Okay, so this is big. It I don't know why. I mean, I can understand why Protestants would n- not consider big news, but for Catholics, it really is. And let me tell you something. There are a lot. of people bawling their eyes out this morning over this. There are a lot of Catholics who can't understand, especially a lot of um, converts to the faith from Protestantism. They can't understand why this is a big deal. And then there are people, Catholics, that are say, thank goodness this is happening. We do not need to uh, lean more towards Mary worship. Already the Catholics are already appear to worship Mary. So if we had this officially accepted as a Marian title, it would just make us look worse and worse and worse to the world, and it would actually hurt our testimony to the world. Okay, so let's take a minute and let's see. Somebody says, note that Leo the 14th approved this document for publication as in forma I'm sorry. I need my glasses. I'm so sorry. It's oh, I'm so sorry. I can't read it. But anyway, he or she says the but that it doesn't make it part of his papal magisterium, which is what happens when it is done. Okay. Okay, so let's get into this because most of my listeners are uh, Adventists, Seventh Day Adventists, and they're just going to dismiss this as, oh, we don't have to believe anything. The Catholics are going to teach evil no matter what, even if we agree with the fact that the Vatican says don't use it. But let's just take a minute. Let's just take a minute and just do some general trying to understand each other because I get both sides of this debate. I completely understand why this would sound blasphemous to this title that we wanted to give Mary. Excuse me. Every time I talk about Mary, I start crying. Excuse me. This title that so many wonderful Christians wanted to give Mary, it does sound blasphemous to non-Catholics, and it's making it sound that we're trying to make Mary equal to God. And so a lot of people and many Catholics who I love dearly that desire for Mary to have the title Co-Mediatrix and Co-Redemptrix. But Catholics have different meanings to these words, but I'm going to first give you the favorable aspect of it, and then I'm going to give you the non-favorable aspect, and then at the very end, I'm going to give you just some words that I believe that Mary and the Holy Spirit kind of gave me as comfort for all those sweet and wonderful Catholics out there that wanted this so badly. Okay, so we're going to start with some ideas about explaining those that wanted to do it. Okay. Now, I'm going to read. This is not my opinion. This is the opinion. First of all, I thought it was interesting. I first and foremost wanted to see what AI said. Let's just go see what AI says about this. So I typed in, what does co-mediatrix mean? Um, and I didn't even say to Catholics. I just said, what is and so I just did it to Google's AI and not Twitter's. Okay. So the key aspects of the title, says AI, the co in co-mediatrix signifies that she works with the Redeemer, not that she is equal to him. Isn't that interesting? AI said that. Uh, Jesus is the one Redeemer, and his work is the source of salvation. Mary's role is considered unique because of her role as the mother of Jesus. She was essential to God's plan, but her participation was entirely dependent upon Christ's mediation. Bravo, AI. Okay, so her cooperation is often linked most often linked to two key moments: her consent to become the mother of Jesus, which allowed his life and redemptive work to begin, standing at the foot of the cross, where her suffering was united with his, which is seen as her participation in the redemptive sacrifice. Some interpretations link her role as co-mediatrix to a preceding title of co-redemptrix, as a title mediatrix, suggesting she cooperates in the distribution of the graces that come from Christ's redemption. The official church status, while used by some popes, the title has not been dogmatically defined by the a subject of debate and discussion. The Second Vatican Council notably refrains from using it, and recent Vatican cautioned against it's a completely, well, what do you say, unbiased? What? So anyway, okay, the Catholic version of this, and blah, blah, blah. I think this is Catholic Answers that wrote this, and I think it's what is his name? Jimmy Aiken. I think this is his answer to this. Let me get a little bit bigger. Okay. Boy, I'm getting a bunch of people on this. Okay. 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 So Jimmy Aiken says, when people hear the term co-mediatrix, they think, oh, well, Christ is the Redeemer, and this is somehow making Mary equal to Jesus, like she redeemed us in the same way that Jesus did. And so, how would that work? That sounds really bad. That's how people would understand this, at least non-Catholics. Okay, so he continues. And if that is what you can imply, uh-oh, got my little warning that my connection, okay, good, it's back. Okay, so the word co or the prefix co in English can imply, uh-oh, this came up again. Let's give it a second to see. Okay, came back. All right. Okay, he will save his people from their sins. And when Eve said no and sinned, God said, well, we're going to allow the mother again. Eve was the mother of the entire human race, whereas Mary is the mother of the Christian church. And so he says, her yes was that cooperation that Jesus needed from the beginning. He needs our cooperation. And Mary was the first of all humans that